Hello guys! Tonight, I'm gonna answer my seat work, chapter 1. So, we have 3 properties of addition. So, the first one is identity property of addition. So, the meaning of it is tells us that when 0 is added to a number or when a number is added to 0, the sum is the number itself. So this is the example. This is the example of identity property. It's like 0 plus 27 equals 27. That is the example of identity property. So the second property of addition is commutative property. So the meaning of commutative property is changing the order of the addends does not change the sum. So I will give you an example of commutative property. So this is the example of commutative property. It's like the 3 and 5 and the 5 and 3, it just changed the addends. But the sum is still the same. And the commutative property can also be like this. So this is the other example of commutative property. It changes the orders of the addends, but the sum is still the same. So that's the example of commutative property. So the last property of addition is associative property. So the meaning of associative property is changing the grouping of the addends does not affect the sum. So this is the example of associative property. So this is the example of associative property. It's like 5 plus 3 plus 6 equals 5 plus 3 plus 6. So, the 3 and 6 are inside in the first one, and the 5 is in the outside. But in the second one is 5 and 3 are inside the parenthesis, and the 6 is in the outside. That is the example of associative property. So now, let's try to answer my seat work, chapter 1. So, the direction is give the number that will make the statement true. What property is shown in each number sentence? So, let's answer number 1. 3 plus 4 equals blank plus 3. What do you think is it? You are correct. It is 3 plus 4 equals 4 plus 3. So I write 3 plus 4 equals 4 plus 3. Now, what do you think the property of 3 plus 4 equals 4 plus 3? What do you think the property is? You are correct. It is commutative property. So let's write commutative property. So I write commutative property. So let's try to answer number 2. 3 plus blank equals 9 plus 3. What do you think the answer would be? You are correct again. It is 3 plus 9 equals 9 plus 3. So let's write number 9. Okay, now I already write the number 9. So, what do you think will be the property of this 3 plus 9 equals 9 plus 3? You are correct again. It is commutative property. So, let's write commutative property. So I write commutative property. Now let's try to answer number 3. 0 plus blank equals 93. What could be the answer would be? You are correct again. It is 0 plus 93 equals 93. So let us write 93. Okay, now I already write 93. So what do you think the property of 0 plus 93 equals 93? You are correct again. It is identity property. So now I write identity property. So now let's try to answer number 4. 7 plus blank equals 4 plus blank. What could the answer be? You're correct again. 7 plus in the first line is 7 plus 4 equals 4 plus 7. Good job! So I already write 4 in the first line and in the second line 7. So what do you think would the property of 7 plus 4 equals 4 plus 7? So you are correct again. It is commutative property. Okay, now I already write commutative property. So let's try to answer number 5. Blank plus 1 equals blank plus 8. What do you think would the answer be? Good job, you're correct again. The answer is 8 plus 1 equals 1 plus 8. Good job!